They lied to us. They told us sexual liberation is empowerment. But why are so many women feeling emptier than ever? They said feminism was about freedom. But why does modern feminism make women feel so powerless? And they said prioritizing a career over everything is what's going to make us fulfilled. So why are record numbers of women feeling lost, exhausted, and unfulfilled? The truth is, real empowerment is not what society is selling us at all. In this video, I'm going to break down the lies that society has fed us and what true female empowerment looks like and how you can apply it to your life. So if you're ready to wake up and take back your power, stay tuned and don't forget to hit subscribe and like, because this is going to be one of the most important conversations that you hear today. And first things first is sexual liberation and hookup culture. Yes, we're starting with the down and the dirty. Hookup culture and casual sex has started from college, club culture, just a whole bunch of debaucherous events that happen not only in American society, but also key points of people's lives. But true empowerment isn't about giving away everything for free and calling it liberation. It's about creating high standards, self-worth, and creating meaningful relationships that truly serve your well-being. I swear, the women that I see that are going through the most addictions, mental struggles, battles, lack of confidence, lack of clarity about her life are the women that have been through the most sexual liberation. And this is not even a slight, because I have even been subject to this type of, I don't know if you want to call it a movement, but women are biologically made to have deep emotional connection and create deep emotional bonds through intimacy. And I'm not even trying to be preachy and like your mom or anything, but truly, our science says so. Our biology rejects the concept of hookup culture and casual sex. And when women ignore their biology, it causes immense psychological and emotional harm. It affects their future relationships. And even if you think about our biology, we are a portal. We literally have a hole. We take in energy, but we can also take in things such as unwanted pregnancies, STDs. And also, when you put yourself in that scenario, you are not empowering yourself. You're actually allowing people to objectify you. And that's why a lot of times nowadays, men see women as disposable, because simply if you're just allowing everybody to get it, and when things are not scarce, there's low desire for it. So you want to become a desirable woman in the marketplace, then you have to not be like other women. And most women out there really just willy-nilly think about their body not as a temple, but is simply they see it as something that they can just give away whenever they're feeling a sense of high attraction for a guy, or if they're a little tipsy. And when I see women go down this path way too much, way too often, what I tend to see is they often tend to feel more unhappy, more single. They rely on more substances so that they can feel happy, and they have a hard time in the dating scene and finding a partner. Now, you have a decision to make this your past or still make it your present and a habit, because truly every single thing that we do is a habit. Personally, for me, like I don't want to call it a victim because I'm not a victim, but I literally took this type of movement, liberation, sexual liberation, all of that stuff, and I took it into my own hands when I, turned 18. I started listening to this podcast called Call Her Daddy, and she made sex seem very casual and something you just kind of fling around and something that you can kind of just throw around and throw your body around. And I took that to heart and I implemented it myself. I lost my virginity to somebody that I should have never even been messing with. And now, obviously, I'm in a long committed relationship and I'm just gonna be vulnerable here. My body count is this, and I'm gonna keep it at that, because being part of that culture was not liberating at all. It made me unhappy, it made me shameful, it made me unfulfilled, and it did not help with my self-worth at all or with being an empowered person. Being in a relationship and being exclusive with one person and one man, powerful masculine man, the most empowering thing I've ever done in my life, and it has empowered me in so many ways, in my health, wealth, and in my mindset. And that's exactly what true empowerment is being in a place where you're going to be nurtured and nourished instead of taken in and thrown away. And another lie that society tells you is to be a follower rather than a creator of your own life. For example, for me, by me listening to Call Her Daddy, right? It was me being a follower instead of me dropping into my own values, what I believed, and really saying, this is how I want to move in life. I'm not going to move by my feeling and attraction and listening to other people and saying that, oh, hookup culture is cool, instead of you dropping in and saying, hey, does this actually feel right? Because if I even dropped into myself and actually was like, hey, is this aligned with my values, who I want to become? The answer was no, right? And it's because women are very easily influenced and we are built to be followers. That's why we want strong leading men in our lives, but it also impacts other areas of our lives. The things that we consume, the things we see online literally impact what we do in our day-to-day. So this is all to say that the lie they told us is to be a follower, go to school, get the good grades, do all of the things that society tells you to do, and you'll be on a right path. But in actuality, if you look at all these successful, highly successful women on earth, they're not doing the normal things. If you want to become a normal woman, then go ahead and do the normal people things. But if you want to become an extraordinary woman, a magnificent woman, a woman that attracts, that's feminine, that her life is easy and she gets everything that she wants, you need to stop doing the things that other people are doing. And I'm going to tell you exactly what things society has put onto us that you should not be following, is get rid of the need to be liked. Like, you having this people-pleasing tendency is you operating from your wounded feminine energy. There's something that happened to you in your past that makes it not okay to go against the grain. Whether maybe that was in school or how you were raised, but now it's time to cut that ish out because it's doing you no favors. And another thing I see women do way too often is letting their friends control their lives. I literally have seen with my eyes people completely destroy their healthy relationships and destroy their relationships because of their friends. Not only that, but their friends leading them on a path where, hey, we're going out to the club, we're doing da. And then every single weekend they end up getting blackout drunk because their friends are the ones that invited them and encouraged them and influenced them to make that happen. All of a sudden you're drinking every weekend. What is that going to do for your health in the next 5 years? What is that going to do for your health in the next year? How about for your goals and your progress? Get friends that build you up and do not lead you on a path to destruction. That is another thing. We are such followers that we're going to follow what our friends say. Oh, you're saying that my man is this, that my man's ain't ish, that my man is neglecting me, all of this stuff. All of a sudden it's in your brain. All of a sudden you move a different way. All of a sudden you're going to break up with your man. Get out of the following mindset and get into the creation mindset. I'm going to create a healthy relationship. I'm going to create the health in my life. And I swear that is where you draw your true power, when you take full control of your life. And another thing that I just talked about, the glamorization of alcohol is insane. Alcohol is literally a toxin for your body. Again, the media glamorizes it. Are you going to follow the ads? Are you going to follow them saying, oh, just get a little cute martini? Are you going to follow your friends saying, oh, let's just get a little coffee martini and wind down at home and have some wine? And are you going to follow down that path just because you feel good for a moment? But what is it going to do for you long term? People say, oh, everything's good in moderation. Well, do you want to be a moderate person, or do you want to be an extraordinary person when it comes to your health, your life, your energy, your vibrancy? Society is going to push so much things onto you so that you can be mediocre. So you have to decide, do you want to be a follower to that, or do you want to tap into your creative energy, because your creative energy is your feminine energy, and really create the actions that are going to bring you to your highest self. And I promise you, that's not putting toxins in your body every month, every week, or even every day. And another thing that society pushes onto women that people think is so cool is that hating men is cool. They put it in our music, they put it in our shows, they put it in our movies, they put it literally right in front of our face, and it's completely destroying women. And it's completely destroying relationship dynamics. It's making dating harder. When you start developing a good relationship with men and how you see men, you will start having a better time in relationships with men, in dating, in your personal romantic relationship. Society is going to push that men aren't important, but men are the number one things that can put you in your feminine energy. And your feminine energy is truly power. And if you want to tap more into your creative energy, I actually have a whole women's membership community. And in there, it is a content creator and feminine energy accountability group. We have meetings in there every single week. And in there, we are all on the path of content creation, being our best selves, and providing impact to the world. So if that's something that's up your alley, the description to the membership community is going to be down in the description below. And I would love to see you on the inside. And a key part for empowerment is knowing the difference between feminist and feminine. feminism. A feminist fights to feel empowered, while a woman in her feminine energy already feels empowered. What I see too often in the modern day women, is that women do not tap into their creative powers. Women have so much creative energy. We are able to make things such as amazing as babies. Imagine what we can create in our life. But instead, women decide that they want to become victims and say, oh, I don't have rights to my body. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. When in actuality, they have every single thing they need to feel empowered. I'm talking about specifically American women. When you stop blaming the government, men, or your circumstances for the reason why you are not empowered, you all of a sudden take your power back, put it into your hands, and you can make true change in your life. So many times I see modern day feminists go out there and fight for this and fight for that. Wait, I'm not empowered because you did this to me and you did this to me. Instead of turning the finger back and being, hey, what can I do to feel empowered? What can I do with the resources I have to be a truly empowered woman and get what I want? Because I promise you, you have every single thing you need inside of you to create the reality that you want. Society is going to tell you that the government's taking it away. Men are taking it away. Your circumstances are taking it away. When in actuality, you are the true creator of your life and you can make anything happen that you want to happen. If you want to become a millionaire, you can make that happen. If you want to be a wife, if you want to be a mom, you can make that happen. If you want to get a good paying job, you can make that happen, especially in America. And I think honestly, when women have it so good, they have just something to complain about. That's you not being in your grateful energy. And I think a woman that is in her feminine energy is exuding in gratitude, exuding in love and joy, not complaining and being bitter about all the things she doesn't have. And a fourth thing that is completely disempowering women that society pushes on us is indulging in modern medicine. Now, obviously, I'm not going to say all modern medicine, but the basics that they really do push on women. And one of that is birth control. If you look into the history, deeply look into the history of birth control, you will see that started with the government wanting to create something to sterilize women so that they can stop having babies. I have seen so many women go on birth control even for a year or a couple months, and when they want to have a baby, it's very hard for them to have a baby, or they end up with hormonal issues. And why I say not over relying on modern medicine is because they even use birth control, or even the pill, or even the ones they insert in you, whatever that it is, they use it as a way to not have painful periods. And they tend to over medicate people, whether that's even with people with depression, just giving them a whole bunch of pills that not only F them up so bad mentally, but also F's up their hormones. Again, things like birth control all came from the sexual liberation movement and let women do whatever they want with their bodies. And I'm not saying you can do whatever you want with your bodies, but do what you want with your body that's going to actually empower it instead of deteriorate it. Because things such as birth control, over medication when it comes to even anxiety and depression pills and all of that stuff, it F's up with the biology of a woman. I have been seeing a rise of women with PCOS, with hormonal issues, gut issues, mental issues. And guess also what has been on the rise? Them prescribing medication to women. Now, am I saying that there's some great findings when it comes to modern medicine? Absolutely. I think honestly the best way to go about it is holistic medicine. But not only that, if you're going to use modern medicine, at least do your deep research. I'm not talking about surface level Google research. I want you to start looking at the history of stuff. I am so glad I never got on birth control. I was literally searching it up and I literally got the packet in the mail. I looked at the pack of pills and I was like, why the heck am I doing this? And once I saw that packet of pills, I'm like, I am never doing this to my body ever. I'm never giving it to somebody that I know I'm not going to start a family with and they're not going to be a good father to my children. And immediately after I said that and I looked at my pills, I threw them away in the trash. And I'm so glad I did that. That was me really looking at my intuition, and that was really taking care of my body, because who knows the hormonal issues that I could have went down. And another lie that they tell us as women is that your career is the number one thing and priority in your life. And that is not true at all. The truth is, the number one priority of a woman's life should be to be anchored in her purpose, which is divine creation. Yes, I talked about creative energy so much in this video, but yes, I'm talking about even creating a family. I talk about creating content a lot, because that is you creating from your purpose, creating from the lessons that you have learned, your setbacks, your trials, and your journey. 50.1% of of women are childless by the time they are 30. And one lie that they tell women is that a child and having children hold you back from your career or from growth. When in actuality, having a family and having kids propels you forward to what you are doing in your career, your purpose, whatever, rather than holds you back. And let me prove it to you. Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Martha Stewart, many of them have become billionaires, very wealthy, after they have kids. Now, why is that? And that's because when a woman divinely creates inside of, in this case, her family, and she uses her divine power of creation inside of the world, she will easily be able to see and open her eyes, and it's literally law of exposure. She'll be able to see that I'm able to divinely create inside of my business, inside of my life, inside of my career, or whatever endeavor she wants to move forward in. I'm not saying this to say go ahead and have all these children, because obviously if you do not have the right partner and you are not divinely connected with somebody in their masculine energy, I'm not going to 100% recommend that. But to completely say that I am not going to use that power at all that was divinely given to me, I think is an absolute complete mistake. Not only were you put on this earth to divinely create inside the world and pretty much co-create, but also to use that power of creativity to spread your message, create a large impact, not only in your family's life, but also in the world. And when you get anchored in that, your life will literally change. When I started creating within my family, and no, I'm not pregnant, no, a kid is not on the way, anything like that. But when I started using my family, right? And I started seeing the message of my king and using his seed and of his vision and his mission, and I started creating along that mission, that is when I really started to change my life. What's so beautiful about a family, it's going to give you a masculine and a feminine, and that means that you're going to get a seed from the masculine and then also a woman that is going to really nurture it and provide that feminine nourishment. That is when you're going to create amazing, amazing things. So that's all to say that don't prioritize only your career, prioritize your divine creativity and your ability to create. And when you do, everything will follow. The career success, business success, financial success will be so much easier and you will be so aligned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will create more videos like this. I absolutely love this topic, and I know a lot of the things were controversial, but these are things people need to hear because a lot of people are not talking about these topics, and I'm so down to go even deeper into these topics. Please let me know what is the number one thing you got from this video, and also what is the number one thing that you learned that was new, gave you a mindset shift for you and applying it to your life. So comment that down below. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and also turn on post notifications because I will be posting videos like this every single day. I appreciate you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.